Hello, this is my first video for Wayneo Diet, and yes, that's the way it's pronounced, Wayneo. Uh, just briefly, since this is the first one, I want to tell you a little bit about how it got started. Um, 10 years ago, I weighed 323, so it was about the weight at that time. I had diabetes, and obviously at that high weight, it was getting worse. I went on the keto diet. It was in February, towards the end of February. We were at Disney World and ate just really, really good tasting, but horrible stuff for my body, for my condition, and that kind of thing. So that was my top weight, as far as I remember. I went on the keto diet because I was 49, and I said, well, I want to lose 50 pounds by the time I turn 50. I actually lost 60 pounds doing the keto diet by the time I turned 50, which was only, let's see, March, April, May, about 3.5 months away. And so I did really good, lost 60 pounds. You can only, to me and myself, I could only sustain that keto with eating a lot of cheese and meat and all those kind of things, and eggs, I love meat, love cheese, but at some point you have to start putting some fiber back into your diet. And I know they've altered it some and that kind of thing, but long story short, I started introducing even healthy carbohydrates, which were oranges, that kind of stuff, fruits, and the weight came back. Not all of it, by the way. I kept a lot of it off. I hovered realistically around 260 to 270 for years. One thought is that the diabetes that I had, with the sickness or the illness that I had, between that and high blood pressure and acid reflux, kind of controlled my weight in an odd way. So because I didn't understand, I still ate the bad way I did before, that had the bad habits, but I wasn't gaining all that weight back. So I don't know what blew me up to that point, but it did. And my wife's in the other room here, and she knows this. This is my home office, by the way, / dining room. So just to let you know. Okay, so back to the story. Then I started going to the doctor more regularly. I've never been good about that. I have a young doctor who's just great. I mean, he graduated, I don't know, a couple years ago from WVU Medical. I really like him, though. He was all about, hey, you got to do something about this. He didn't just say, here's pills, here's pills, here's pills. He said, you got to do something about this, or you're going to be taking shots for your diabetes. And if you take shots, you'll probably take them the rest of your life. So I had a decision to make. I don't like shots, don't like needles. Most people don't. He had me on 4 metformins. That's 2,000 milligrams. He put me on a new one called Januvia that was supposed to help. All this was just it was delaying getting the shots. So I went. I had it all there right before me, and decisions had to be made. I'm not a disciplined eater. I'm a horribly disciplined person for most things, but especially eating. If I got depressed, I ate. If I got bored, I ate. If I got sad, I ate. So it was like my cigarette, you could say, because if I smoked, I would smoke a lot more, but I don't smoke. So another unhealthy thing. I quit years ago. So anyway, back to the story. So the diabetes was running. My readings in the morning were running about 360, 363. I have it all documented on a pad. I write down pretty much every morning, most mornings, and sometimes twice a day. My weight, as of February 17th, this past February 17th, 2019, is kind of my eye-opening, and decided I'm going to give this my best shot to not have to go down that path. So at that time, I was on about 10 pills. I was on 4 metformins. I don't know if the math's going to add up. You got to help me with that. 4 metformins, 1 Januvia, 1 Prilosec every day. I've had heartburn for 20 years, and I know that because my son was born when I was diagnosed. He'll be 21 in September. Heartburn was horrible. Pizza sauces, spaghetti sauce, those kind of things were the worst. I mean, just wake up in the middle of the night, can't sleep, burning, and all that kind of stuff. So Prilosec was a cure for that. So we got four metformins, one Januvia, one Prilosec, baby aspirin the doctor put me on years ago, just to keep me maybe from having a heart attack. I don't know what it's really for. I don't, big as I was, I don't know if that little pill even did something there. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. Oh, amlodipine, lisinopril, and hydrochlorothiazide. I may not say these right, but that's okay. You get the point. So it was about 10 pills. I went down all the way to 1 as I started eating healthy, February 17th, losing the weight, and got down to 1. Blood pressure, though, doctor says maybe hereditary, that kind of thing. So what happened was I don't want to have high blood pressure, so I put back in the amlodipine and the hydrochlorothiazide, but I plan on getting rid of all of it, including the lisinopril. And I know because of where I've came that I can do that. So anyway, I was at the doctor. It's been, how long, Debbie? When I was at the doctor last and got my good readings. I've got it documented. I'm going to put it on the blog, put it on the Facebook and the website. So I went back to the doctor. My A1C was 10, and that was in March, I believe. I have to get all those dates right, but it was in March, and my A1C was 10. A1C, for those of you who don't know about diabetes, is your average of 3 months, and they use that as a measuring tool now to see where your diabetes really is, because we all know it can spike. Even in healthy people, it can spike up, it can spike down, all those kind of things. You have fasting, you have 2 hours after you eat a meal, that kind of thing. But the A1C is the average. The doctors really use that and look that big. So if you're 6.7 from what I've read, and again, I'm not a doctor, not a nutritionist, just a guy that went through this and is going through it, and we'll go through it for a little while longer. So 6.7 is what I read is the diabetic line. So above that, you're diabetic. Below that, you're probably pre-diabetic until you get down, around 6.2. So I was hoping when I went back to the doctor after about, March, April, May, I don't know. I think it was April. So when I went back the next time, he did my blood work, and mine was 5. And I've got it. I got a copy of it. He sent me an email. He said, "Oh, I'm so proud of you. I can't believe what you've done. It's inspiring, blah, blah, blah." And he said, he sent me my record, and it was 5. I was thrilled, obviously. He says, "Congratulations," or something like that on there. I'll share it. You have reversed your diabetes. Thrilled, obviously. You keep the shots away from me, right? So he took me off the pills, all of those, and I've sustained it with fruit. Fruit is my favorite thing. You're going to see that through this whole process if you follow along. Fruit is that's what I say saved my life, because I love fruit. I eat a banana, a grapefruit, an orange, apple, I'll eat pineapple, whatever my wife cuts up, strawberries, all this. So fruit helped me overcome the sugar cravings that I used to have, and therefore I've been able to sustain those good sugar levels without pills. That's the main thing. The byproduct of this diet has been, there's many of them actually, but one of the big things is that Prilosec I took for 20 years. I haven't had heartburn since early March, and this is June 30th, right? My oldest son's birthday. Happy birthday, Robbie. He's been 20 years in the Navy today also, so he's a chief petty officer. So I get sidetracked a lot. You'll notice that, and those of you that know me and know me for a long time know that I'm that way. But I am who I am, kind of like Popeye, right? So anyway, no heartburn. And I don't even really know specifically what I'm doing that caused it. All I know is I'm eating healthy. And I've replaced all these sugars that are really bad for you. I've replaced those with sweet fruits and some 100% maple syrup, and some honey. And it's not hard to replace it. I always thought it was. I always thought a diet, I call it Wayneo Diet because got to call it something. But people that are heavy and have battled that and all these other weight-related elements, I should say, or illnesses, We think of diet as a bad word. You got to go in there and you got to lose weight, right? But diet is actually just what you eat. Your diet, you could be a thin person, a healthy person, and your diet is whatever you eat. That's a diet. Not, hey, when you say the word diet, means you got to lose a bunch of weight. So, change of diet, eating healthy food, getting rid of processed foods, and that is everything from boxed macaroni and cheese to American sliced cheese that's processed right on it, to anything in boxes, usually frozen meals. I mean, you can just look at the list. Cakes, there's little cakes, that you can buy. I won't mention any name brands, but there's tons of them. There's little quick snack and cakes you can get. Look at the ingredients. If you can spell half of them, you're a smart person. If you know what they are, you're really smart. Okay, you may be brilliant, right? But look at that stuff. It's going in your body, and your body's not made for that. Your body, God created us to eat things that He put here for us to eat. So, anyway, I'm going to kind of cut it short there because there's already a lot of stuff on Facebook. I've got people that are coming. I'm not in this to make money. I'm not selling anything. I'm not selling any product, any kind of thing like that. I want to help people for free because I want people to get healthy. I've got some friends that have a lot of these type of issues, and I want to help them to do what I'm doing. I still got a ways to go. I've probably got another 35 pounds. Heck, I don't know till I get below 200 what I'm supposed to be. So I won't know till I get there. So, just notice I got one of these things here. I just had a trip to Florida. One of my other sons, I've got 6 kids, got married, so I think I got a little sunburn spot. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to have a lot of fun with this. I don't know how many people are going to get in on it. I want people to share their stories. I want to be able to help communicate and say, here's what I did when I went through this part of it. But I got to tell you, it was not hard. Every other diet I've done before, and there's a bunch of them out there, was hard. Because it was this, count this, all the ones. I've been through pretty much all of them. It was hard because it just took my whole life and turned it upside down. The way the Wayneo diet works, and the only reason I call it that is because it's pieces of all these other diets that are out there that have some good things, but it's my thing. I did it for myself. I did it for what works for me, and I researched and I discovered and all these little things. These diets say, hey, don't weigh yourself, maybe once a week or whatever because you'll get discouraged. No, weigh yourself 2 or 3 times a day before and after meals and see what your body's doing, and you'll figure it out. I'm telling you, you'll be like, wow, okay. And then you see you're up 3 pounds when you thought you lost 3 pounds. No. When you eat food weighs, and drink and water weighs until you evacuate it out of your body. It weighs something, right? So you didn't do anything wrong. You're not back up there again. You're going to evacuate it, and you'll be back down to that weight that you use. So the figures I use, the weight I use, is the one when I go down to the lowest. So I was 259, 260, February 17th, 2019. Here it is, June 30th. I'm 225. So 225, and I've done it slowly. Let's do the math. I think it's like I think I did the math, 1.8 pounds a week or something like that. When you're heavy, you can lose a lot of weight fast, and it did go pretty good there at first. So so quickly, right? Because I took all the trash out of my body. I cleansed my body. So anyway, WayneoDiet.com. It's WAYNEO Diet, DIET.com is going to be the website, or it is already up. I got some stuff thrown in there. Visit the Facebook page. You can click on it and visit the Facebook page. I'm working on the blog today, and I hope to see everybody there. I want to help everybody. I want everybody to get healthy. I want it to be interactive. Anything I can suggest or all that. Again, not a doctor, not a nutrition, just a guy. And so I want to help. I've already got some people that reached out, and we've talked about some different things. I'm excited about it. We're going to have fun. I'll see you on the next video.